Hi, Parsu. Good morning, guys. It's Naveen John and Co. Can you guys hear me? Could you please type in the chat window? And let's see, give me one moment sharing the screen right now. Let's see. Sharing the screen again. Okay. And let's see where we are. Humera, Moin, Nitesh, could you please type in the chat window if you can hear me fine, guys? Oops. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that, guys. So let's see. Come back here, and I think yesterday Humera was assisting and helping us. Today we'll choose somebody else. Moin or Nitesh? Can any one of you give me a quick yes if you're able to share your screen? We'll try to do a few of the exercises and things like that. Moin or Nitesh, anybody? If you are able to access the AWS and things like that, we'll try to do some of the exercises from yesterday on your machine, guys. Anybody else? Could you just type in the chat window if you can come quickly? And let me bring up my screen here. Scripting, okay. See where we are. Okay. The product date. Today we'll also get into a case study of a slightly real world case study of bash scripting and things like that, using all the concepts that we have seen earlier. And let's see where we are. Connect using, okay. Let's see. Sharing the screen again. Oh, gentlemen, ladies, I need one volunteer. One moment, please. Let's see. Sai and Shraddha, any of you ready, guys? Let me go back here. Let's go. Messy. Oops, pardon, one moment. Okay, and let's see where we are. Participants, right? Do we have participants here? Team intro. Okay, let me see. These are all the guys here. Aniket, either you or can you assign somebody so that we can work with today to do some of the things and so on. See, you're the tech lead. Moin, you're also tech lead. You can go ahead and just give me one, have one of you guys come online and things like that. We'll do a few simple tasks we'll try to understand and things like that. There's nothing to be scared or worried about. So it will be helpful for you guys. Let's see, gentlemen, you guys are all calm. Gentlemen, ladies, you guys are all calm. Just looking for a volunteer who can come up. Who else we have? Shrishail, Sumit, Sai. Can anybody come up, please? Okay. So what we'll do, since none of you are coming up, I will go ahead and continue this one. But just prepare yourselves, guys. It will be much more interactive if you guys are able to do these things and so on. Let me bring up my screen here. See back here. This is another time. Back to, let's see where we are. Here we go. Back to Zoom. Sharing the screen now. And one moment, guys. Okay, sorry about this. Nitesh is sharing. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ankit.
Yes, I am sharing my screen.
Already co-host, okay.
So today we are practically into Linux, right?
Okay, and I think yesterday, our friend Humera has shared the AWS info. Can you bring up that one, please? Of
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
where is that one? Copy this one. If you don't have it, let me know. I'll share it with you.
Yes, can you please share?
Okay, one moment. Bring it in the chat window. There you go, Nitish.
Okay.
Is there a background noise coming, buddy? Are you outside or something? Let me know if you're having any problem, Nitish.
Yes, I have logged in. Just sharing.
Yeah. Yesterday, Humira had started some posts. You should be able to find it. Are you outside, Nitish? There's a lot of background noise coming, buddy.
Yes, some construction work is going on. That's why some voice issue.
Okay. There's a lot of interactivity which is going to be going between both of us.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah. See. And what I would like you to select the node C1.
Sorry. Hello.
Select the node C1, please.
Sorry, I am not able to hear you properly.
Nitish, you hold on a moment. You mute yourself, please. 1 moment. Okay. Aniket, can you give me anybody else ready? There's a lot of background noise coming. It'll be better if somebody is in a much more lesser noisy place. We had Humira yesterday. Kajal, are you there? By any chance, Kajal, Shraddha, Shrishel, anybody else? Can you guys come online? Sai? The noise will take away your focus. I don't want it to be like that. Sorry about that, Nitish.
No, I know it.
We need a lot of focus here, what we are going to be doing today. So I want it to be a bit more better. Okay. In that case, let me come back here. I'm going to say, select this one. Rahul, okay. There is Rahul. Let's see. I'll make you the co-host, Rahul. Make you the co-host. Okay, there you go. Go ahead, Rahul. Thank you, Aniket. I appreciate that. Let me know when you're ready, Rahul. Oh. Are you there, Rahul?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Share your screen when you're ready.
Yes. Is my screen visible? Hello.
Okay. See. Yes. Okay. It's a bit slow. Generally, is it this slow, Rahul?
No, my PC got up, laptop got updated. That's why it's running very slow today.
Oh, okay. Okay, go to EC2. And let's see what else we have. You should see 3 library, what is that, instances running there.
Yes.
I think I named one as C1, another one as M1, M2. I want you to select the one with C1. Select, that will be our controller. I'm going to try to understand what that is. And let's see, select the public IP. Or actually go ahead and do a connect. Click on connect here. And copy that SSH, yeah, please copy that.
But I don't have this key, KP1 Linux.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Can you try to generate another one? Or KP1, right?
Maybe it is not possible.
What is it, Rahul?
Maybe we have to use this key only.
Gotcha.
Cannot change.
Is
If
Humera
anyone have, you can mail me on mail or.
Humera, can you put it on the yeah, mail and put it on the G drive so that others can also use it? Humera, could you please respond?
I don't have this KP1 Linux. I used the other one yesterday.
KP1 underscore Linux. Okay, sorry about that. Maybe gotcha. I think you removed them. So let me update it to G drive.
Yes.
Sorry about that. One moment, buddy.
Yes.
Say go here and CIT. Let's say SANAC return. Say SANAC. Oh. One moment, please. Almost there.
Yes.
Okay. And civil underscore K1, and let me upload this one. Send new file upload. It's going to be store. KP1. Okay, there you go, buddy. Just uploaded it. Could you just refresh at your end?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, git bash is good. I may ask you to open actually 3 terminals and we'll try to work with them if it's necessary. And increase your font size, buddy.
Yes. I can increase.
Those 10. Interesting. Yeah. Put it to 18, please.
Yes.
Select bold. Sorry about that. Apply. Okay, that's a little too big, but it's okay. And do an SSH, connect it. Connecting, yes. Maybe you can put it back to 16, but if it's too big for you,
Yes, yes.
sorry about that. Apply.
Yeah.
That's 16. Huh? Oh, okay. All right. And let's see. So I'll tell you step by step what we need to do and things like that. Since we are logged in now, we're logged in. We'll start with the who am I? And the studio is Ubuntu. Okay. And we'll switch to the root sudo su hyphen. Okay. So if you notice a root, I think you may be already familiar. That
Yes.
is administrator. PW, verify your directory you're in the root. Okay. Just say user add one word, ANS admin.
Sorry?
Oh, let me put it in the window here, chat window.
Yes.
Say everyone. Here we go. Okay. Do that. You can do both of them. We'll add a user and we'll also set the password. Can't see your bash screen. Oh.
Yes.
I think you can do shift insert buddy if you want to.
Yes.
Okay. Set the password. You can give whatever you want.
Yes.
Say admin 123 or just say admin. Okay. And let's see what else we want to. Okay. Now, if you do a lsltr /home, ls-ltr /home. Okay, enter. Now notice there is Ubuntu directory. Do you think any other directory here, Rahul? Maybe a slightly tough question. Do you see anything missing? A directory?
No, this directory is for Ubuntu user. If we create multiple users, then there will be different directory.
Okay, so ideally in a few distributions, when we add a user, the directory for that user is automatically created here. Is
Yes.
what. So right now that directory automation is not here.
Yes.
So in other words, we will try to create a directory called automation. Go ahead and create a directory called automation on the home. cd/home. Okay, do a lsltr. Okay, if you notice between Ubuntu and automation, are you noticing anything different, Rahul?
For automation, the user is root, and privilege is also for the root user, I guess.
So in other words, oops, pardon me, one moment. What's that? In other words, more precisely, the user is root and the group is also root is what it is. We'll change it back to automation. So I'm going to do a change ownership here. I'm sending you. Go ahead and you can copy paste and run that.
Yes.
Okay, verify it again. Let's see here. So there it is. So some of the steps we have to do manually. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and switch user to automation. Good. Okay, so as simple as that. So verify the directory, current directory,
Directory
pwd,
load.
and just verify whom you're logged in as. Good. Okay, so now let's say do an echo space $shell
$shell.
in caps. Oops, caps. So we are now pointing to the SH. So ideally we would like to go ahead and point or use a much more advanced shell, which is a bash shell. So just type in bash.
Sorry.
Okay, and bash BSH. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yes.
Enter. Okay, so now we are in bash shell, but let's say one more time. So notice now when you're in bash shell, on the left hand side, it is showing automation, which is your username. It's also showing, I think, the private IP address
Yes.
is showing. But let's say, again, one more time, echo $shell. Okay, so what do you think echo is doing, Rahul?
It is printing, it is returning this value stored in this shell, this environment variable.
Good answer. So, all right, what do you think is echo in Python?
Echo in Python, it is return.
It is print, buddy.
Print.
Okay, so now notice, if you are noticing, again it shows /bin/sh, which is the basic shell, but go ahead and do cat/etc/shells /etc/shells. Oh, shells, SHELLS. There you go. So these are different kinds of shells which are already there, out of which would ideally like to point to the bin bash, because that's a slightly advanced bound shell and things like that, advanced shell and things like that. So what it is, we are still, even though we are into the bash shell, we are not permanently changed to the bash shell, is what it is. Okay, so let's say what we'll do. Okay, just go ahead and say change shell CHSH. SH. Enter. Prompt you for password, and the password that you just entered for the AND segment, so automation, whatever that is.
The value of percentage.
Whatever you password you just entered.
Yeah, I have entered. It is showing.
Login. Yeah, here type in /bin/stash /bash.
/bin/bash. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say exit.
Exit.
Yeah. So when you now just do a who am I. Okay, exit again. Okay, so when you exited for the first time, you came out of the bash shell and you came to the basic shell. When you're exiting now, you're back to the root, right? Now,
yes.
Now back to the automation, back into the automation. Space. Okay, so now our bash shell is permanently set. So whenever the automation user logs in, he's automatically logged into the bash shell. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, the rest of the guys, are you all doing okay? Can you give me a quick yes, please? I will share all these steps step by step what I'm doing. I have them documented. I'll be uploading them. But just making sure everybody else is doing okay there. Humira, Shraddha, Shrishel. Yeah, thank you. Moin and Aniket, can you please encourage your guys to be a little bit more interactive, buddy? I'll really appreciate that. That will be good for me, just to get a hang of it and things like that. No pressure, in a friendly way. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we have. We've set it. Okay. Just type in I don't think Java will be installed. Say vi space hyphen version. Okay, so if you scroll up a little bit, you should see the version of VI. I think it's a Vim version. So let's see what is it. VIM improved 8. VM is nothing but VI improved is what it is. 8.1 is version. Okay. Next, type in uptime. Uptime. UPTIME.
UPTIME.
Uptime.
Uptime.
So this is when it has been up since. Is what it is. And let's say type in host name. Okay, so that is a private IP address. And let's type in DF, D for David, F for Frank, D for Delhi. And that is the disk free space, which is available DU. Let's type in DU. Okay, now just type in history. Okay, so if you notice the last 4 or 5 commands from 6 to 10, these are individual commands we are step by step, one step at a time. We have been typing and things like that. So now what we'll try to run all these things as a script file, for which what we'll do is go ahead and create VI, let's say test1 space test1.sh, or let's say script1.sh. Script1.sh. Okay, and say we'll start with the shebang. Shebang is you should say escape exclamation. I'm sorry, escape hash and exclamation.
Escape hash and exclamation.
Okay, oops, escape. No colon. Just say escape.
Escape.
Or you say escape I. Escape I will
Escape
go more. Now say hash exclamation.
Hash exclamation.
/bin/bash. So this is called a shebang, and press enter. Now type in what did we type in? We have started with uptime. Start with uptime. Then in the next line, type in hostname. In the next line, let's say DF. In the next line, DU. Now write and quit it, which is escape:WQ.
So what is this bin bash?
So we are telling we are going to be running this group of lines as a program. The program is nothing but the script. This is what is scripting about, and we are telling the environment to use the bash shell when it is running it. That is called. Okay. So say escape:WQ, write and quit. So that will save it. That will quit it. ls-ltr. Whenever I say listed, you try to run this body. And now what is /script1.sh. You can do a tab, it will automatically populate it. Script1.sh. Run it, you should get an error. Okay. So what do you think is the problem? What could you think is the problem, Rahul?
I think it's this permission which it has.
Good answer. So short and sweet, we are not able to execute the script file or the we do not have the execute permission.
Yes.
Go ahead and do chmod u+x, chmod space u+x, And says X for X-ray. Script one notice H. List it again. Verify the execute permission is there. Okay, so RWX, X is the execute permission. Okay,
Yes.
ready?
Yes.
Now go ahead and run it. /. Okay, so if you notice, if you scroll up a little bit, notice we are starting with the first one is uptime.
Yes. This
ISO,
is the uptime.
good. And the next one is the host name. Next one, I think, disk free space, and probably the last one is the disk usage or something like that, whatever we
Yes.
type. So all the group of commands, when we type, when we run them at a time, that is referred as a script. Ideally, what we'll do, this is nothing but a report. Maybe a senior level admin or a network level admin may request you to send the script report on a daily basis or periodically on a weekly basis and things like that for one server, for 10 servers, or maybe 100 servers and things like that. But we'll see how to run the script for one server and then we'll go for multiple servers. Catching the point, Rahul?
Yes. Yes.
Very good, buddy. Okay, so everybody else doing okay there, guys? Can you give me a quick yes? See who all are there. Sai, Shraddha, Shrishel, Shubham. Can you give me a quick yes, please? Just do a history, buddy. Can you type in history? So that we have list of their watching the list of commands here. So notice, guys, we did a vi script on .sh. Then we plugged in our commands, the top 5 commands. And then we have given the chmod, which is execute permission. Then we are running it as simple as that. Okay, so okay. Okay, let's see what else we have. Then bash and okay. Now just for sake of discipline, one way to run it is /script1.sh. Also say bash space script1.sh. This is another way to run it. Bash script1. You can do a tab. Yeah, there you go. Run it. And there it is. So what you put inside your script file is up to you. What is a report that is requested to you and things like that. You can think about the commands and things like that. You could do your own research. There are hundreds and hundreds of commands. Not everybody knows hundreds of commands, but based on your user requirement, you come up with your thing and you can plug them into your script file and run that. Okay, Rahul?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's say we'll increase the complexity slowly. And before I increase the complexity, I will explain you a few aspects of it. Let's say come here. Okay. We'll start with a slightly simple one. Just say echo space mera space Bharat. Echo space mera space Bharat. Okay, you can use the small ones. Bharat H and run it. You can run it. So short and sweet, it is displaying. Now put the echo Mera Bharat in single quotes. Mera Bharat, single quotes, run it. Notice the same thing. Put it in double quotes. Cool. So Mera Bharat, no problem. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we'll create another file. Let's say vi hello.sh. Space hello.sh. Now say escape I, which is get into the insert mode. Put in a shebang, which is hash exclamation /bin/bash. And in the next line, say echo Mera Bharat with double quotes. Generally, double quotes is a better practice than single quotes. Mera Bharat. Okay. Write and quit. And run it. Yeah. Okay. Try running it. Mera Bharat. Good and just type in dot slash and hello.sh. Cool. So you see the difference between bash and this one. So when you say bash, it is actually executing it even though we don't have the execute permission. There are both ways in which we can run, but bash has slightly additional. This thing, it is something to be kept in mind. Okay, Rahul?
Yes, yes.
For the sake of discipline, go ahead and give the user the execute permission. List it. List it, verify it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And once you verify it, what we'll do. So yeah, so this is execute permission. What do you think is the chmod you is doing there?
Is changing the permission to for user to execute.
In other words, it is giving the execute permission to the user. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Now repeat the same thing. Instead of u plus x, do a g plus x. Okay, list it. So now what do you observe?
It is changed the. It is given the execute permission to group.
As simple as that. How do you define a group?
Group. Group. It is a group of users.
As simple as that.
Yes.
Anybody in that group can be given, can execute that one. Okay. So now get to hello.sh.
Sorry.
Oh, do a vi hello.sh.
Yeah.
Cool. And let's see what else I want to do. Okay. Let's. I'm going to paste this one. So I'm going to paste this one. Okay. Copy paste this one, or just you can copy these last two lines. You have the first two lines already. Echo Hamara Bharat Mahan, Echo Bharat Mahan, Mile Sur, and so on. Okay, good one. And write and quit. Execute it, make sure we're able to run it. Cool. So all echoes are getting printed. So all the echo is nothing but just doing a display. Okay, but let's see if we can increase the complexity here. Okay. He said Mera Bharat. Acha, you gave it in capitals, right? Now go back to the hello.sh. In the second line, go to second line and do an insert. Press enter. I'm sorry, after the bin bash, after the bin bash. Oh, so second line, buddy, after the shebang.
Okay.
Now in the second line, just say S equal to
F.
S for Sam equals to. Then say Bharat Maha. Capital within double quotes, capital B, Bharat. Bharat with a H, Bharat with a H, because that's what we have there. Bharat with a H, buddy. B-H-A-R.
Yes.
Space Maha and double quoted. And now, press enter and say echo $S.
Dollar.
Save it, run it. So what do you think is happening now, Rahul?
We are using the variable called s and
Okay.
using that variable.
Very good. Get back into the hello file. Okay. Now, wherever Bharat Mahan is there, replace that with a $S. To delete the character, you can use escape X. Okay, if that works. Good. Cool. Okay. Save it, run it. Cool.
Yeah, we are getting same output.
So what do you think is S?
Yeah, if there is any common the common sentence or common line, we can use the variable.
Good
It
answer.
will be easy. Yeah.
Short answer, it's called a variable in scripting.
Yeah.
What is variable in Python?
Variable in Python.
It's an
Any
all.
variable like
Good.
cup. Okay.
Okay. And the friendly mantra of object is a cup. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what else we have. And echo. It's echo. Okay. So now let's say let's dig a little bit deep. Say x equal to 4.
Sorry.
In the command line right there, just say x equal to 4 in the dollar prompt.
X.
Yeah, x equal to 4.
X equal to 4. Okay.
Now say echo space $X. Cool. So we're getting 4. So what is x here?
It is variable which we are used in the VI also. Same as the variable.
Short and sweet, it's just like a variable. We can also use it. We can not only use it in the shell script, but we can also use it outside the shell script. Okay.
Yes.
Now, so echo $S. So what do you think is $S here?
We haven't defined here. We have defined in the shell script.
Good. So what does that mean?
That the variable which we have defined in the shell script, it is a local variable, and this is a kind of global variable.
And what is the mantra of local variable and global variable in Python?
Mantra, it is inside house and outside the house.
Good answer. Park and home. There you go. Good one. Cup in the park versus cup in the home. Global variable is cup in the park. Okay.
Yeah.
And cup in the house. Okay. Now say echo space $X. Put that in single quote, double quotes. Okay. Repeat the same with single quotes. Okay. No. So what do you think is happening when you use single quotes?
In single quote, it is not considering it as a variable.
Good answer.
Printing whatever it is.
Good answer. So in other words, when we are using the it is better to use the double quotes. As simple as environment. No, they are like global variables. Environment variables are more of a system variables is what it is showing. We'll talk about that. Okay. So let's say type in echo space $user all caps. Oops, sorry about that. Give me one moment. One moment, buddy.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that, Rahul. Are you there, buddy?
Yes, yes.
Sorry about that. I had to step out for a moment here. So we'll repeat the same thing. Echo dollar user, it's giving you your username. Repeat that echo or let's say dollar home. Okay, so what do you think is her dollar home?
Dollar home is uh, giving part for this automation directory, the user which we have created.
Very good answer. So short answer, we are logged in as automation. So it's home directories under home, whatever your username is. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and echo dollar bash. So what do you think that is?
The bash which we are using, bash shell.
Good. It is the path of the bash shell, as simple as that. Okay.
Yes.
And let's say echo space dollar. Who am I? All caps. Okay. So what do you think that means? Tough question.
This is not the environment variable, system variable.
Good. So notice all of them are in caps. What do the caps tell you?
Caps means yes, this is the way we define the environment variable, system variable.
In other words, more precisely, most of the time the system level variables or system defined variables are in caps.
Yeah.
When we are defining Mera or $X, $S, we've been using the small letters or a mix and a match of a capital and the small case letters, but generally the system defined variables are in capitals. Okay, buddy?
Yes, yes.
Good. Let's see what else we have. Okay, say name equals to Rahul. Okay, so now that's a tough one. Can you try to fix it? You repeat the same thing, but there is something missing here. You have done something additional, Rahul.
Space.
As simple as that. Very good. So in other words, in a Python world, you can put the spaces. In a scripting world, don't put the spaces there.
Okay.
Okay. So now
okay.
Bring up the same command and put a dollar between name in the middle of name.
Here?
No, in the middle.
Here?
In the middle, buddy. NA dollar ME.
NA dollar ME. Okay.
Enter. Okay, so what do you think is the problem?
Not found. Maybe it is considering this dollar ME as a variable.
In other
That's
words, do not use a dollar when defining the variable. Okay?
Okay.
When you're referring a variable, not when you're defining a variable. As simple as that.
Okay.
Okay, let's say first underscore last equals to Rahul and whatever your last name is. First underscore last. And Rahul, no, or whatever your last name is. Okay, right? You're Rahul Gupta. Okay, so now what does this tell you?
We can use this underscore.
Underscore is allowed, but not dollar, @ and other kinds of special characters are generally not allowed. Something to be kept in mind.
Okay. So
okay.
Other than this underscore, which one it is? Which it allows?
Oh, I don't think it will allow anything else. You try to put an exclamation thing, it will give you an error. Try put the first @ or exclamation. It will give you an error. Cool. You can also try @ question. Good. Catching it, buddy?
Yes, yes.
Okay. See what else we have. Okay, type in a very large first name, variable name. Give me 1 minute. Sorry about that, Rahul. So very large first name and give more characters, something like greater than 20 characters. Let's say very large first name, say Mera Bharat Mahan. Mera Bharat Mahan. So it's a really a long name. Now say equals to Rahul. Okay. So it didn't give any error. Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So variable. I think generally, does it have 20 characters there? Very large. That's 9. Yeah, I think it does. 10. I thought the convention was okay. There you go. Connect. We'll accept up to 20 characters. I think is what my thinking was, but let's see.
It is taking
Yeah, it is taking just
more than 20.
Yeah, copy that one and try pasting it. Echo it. Say echo and put $1 at the beginning. And let's run time.
Yeah.
Rahul is giving okay. That is definitely greater than I thought. The convention was 20 characters, but anyway, that is just an idea. Generally, we don't use that long characters. Catching it, Rahul?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and say name equals to Sachin and echo $name. And give Sachin in double quotes, generally good practices. Always use double quotes. Echo name. Cool. Good. So now give another variable name with a capital N equals to Dhoni. Echo it. So what is meaning of it?
If there is capital letters, it is considering as a different variable.
As simple as that. So in other words, it is case sensitive. The variables
Case
are
sensitive, right?
okay. And let's see what else we have. Now, okay. Say name equals to Sachin. Bring that up. Name equals to and put a space in front of the double quotes. No, in front of the double quotes. Before double quote, you put a space. Okay, enter. So what does that mean?
It is not allowing space.
Okay, so now say name space equal to Sachin in double quotes. Okay, what is the problem?
Yeah, it is not taking this space.
Cool. So don't use spaces when you're declaring name. Variables. Okay, let's see. That should be okay. Okay. How about let's say Bharat, right? Okay. Let's say name equals to Sachin Tendulkar in double quotes. Okay, enter. Now echo $name. Okay, there is Sachin. Now repeat the name without the double quotes. Remove the double quotes. So problem?
Again, this space.
So in other words, when you have spaces, use the double quotes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good one. Let's see. Just type in date. What is that?
Showing the date, current date.
Time. Cool. Now say a date equals to date. Cool. Echo $a date. What's the problem?
This is not a variable like environment variable. This is a command.
Very good. In other words, date, it is taking it as a string. It is not taking it as a command, right?
Right. Right.
Say a date equals to $date. And echo a date. Problem?
Yeah. This is not environment variable also. That's
It is still not taking it as a date,
yeah.
command or variable, right? So
Right.
say a date equals to dollar of date, wrap the brackets around. Dollar, open the bracket, date, and close the bracket. One more time, dollar, open the bracket, normal bracket, and now close the bracket. Cool. Equate.
Yeah.
So that's how it's taking. So if you wrap it around, dollar and wrap it around, it's executing the Linux command date.
Yes.
Okay. And let's try another one here. Say a date equals to, and use the ticks here. No, not dollar. Use the ticks. Tick is on the keyboard. If you're looking at on the left-hand side of one, under the tilde, there is a below tilde. There is a tick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use that. Say date. Close the tick. Run it. Echo a date. So what is
Yeah.
that?
Just taking this as a command if we use this tick.
So that's another way of doing it.
Yeah.
Use the ticks also. Okay. Now let's say what else we have here. Okay. So now I'm going to increase the complexity. And are you doing okay? You want a 2 minute or 5 minute break, Rahul?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this, guys. We are at roughly 11:19. Let's take a 5 minute break. Is that okay, buddy?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Take a 5 minute break. Come back. You can pause your screen.
Okay.
I'm back, Rahul, if you're back.
Yes.
Okay, great. Go ahead, share your screen and please access the G drive. I've just now uploaded the file. Docker install, just right click that. You can download it or see if you're able to open it. Okay, download is okay. Open it in a text editor or something. Notepad is good. Okay. Give me one moment while I bring up something. So come here. Let's close this. Okay. So if you're having a look at this, let's before we run this one, let's try to discuss each step at one time, and then we'll try to run this. Rahul. Try to explain what is the first step. What is the first line called?
This is shebang.
Shebang.
Which is telling that this command will be run on this bash shell.
In other words, we're going to be using a more advanced bourne shell, which is nothing but the bash shell, is what it is. What is user bin env? That I will explain to you in a bit. Okay. Now, go to the next line and tell me what is happening there.
This is if else loop, if then loop, and in if $ID.
I will give you a hint. Look at the echo and see what you think that if block is doing.
From the root only. Means it is telling that if you are a user, then run this as a root.
Very good. So in other words, more precisely, if you're not a root user and you're trying to run this one, it will give you that error message saying that, hey, this needs to be run by the root user only, okay?
Yeah.
So if then is nothing but if condition is getting satisfied, then will get executed, okay?
Yes, yes.
Try to see and interpret if you can explain the next line. Tough one. You don't need to understand everything, but look at the echo and see what you might be doing there. It's a tough one, buddy.
Yes. It is checking whether this is a Ubuntu or not.
Very good. And we'll try to understand those things in a bit. So, in other words, we are checking if our distribution is Ubuntu or not, okay?
Yeah.
Go to the next one.
Yeah, it is removing this older version of Docker, which is already there.
Okay, good one. So apt is acting like a package manager, and all Docker is there. It is uninstalling. It's removing the Docker. Next one.
So what is this command dev /?
I'll tell you. We're going to cover.
Yeah. So then after it is updating the packages, and then it is installing this CA certificate, APT transport HTTP, different what is the libraries kind of it is installing curl, CA certificate, APT transport HTTPS, and software properties common.
Good. So in other words, more precisely, it is installing multiple other packages which are dependencies of Docker.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. It's a tough one.
is something related to GPG key. I think. I don't.
So even I myself have not looked much into the GPG key and things like that, but it's kind of installing some kind of a key is what I seem to understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Then it is setting the repository from where we will download this Docker.
Good. Next.
Then it is again updating the packages, and then cache policy. Yeah, it is installing the Docker. No, this command I don't understand. This equity cache policy.
Yeah. So it's just getting the Docker into the memory and putting it. That's what the cache does.
Yeah. Okay, then we are installing this Docker.
Good.
Then again, if we fail to install this Docker, then this part will run.
Good.
System status Docker. It is running.
Cool.
Yeah, it is checking the system CTL status if the Docker is active or not.
Good. Very good. Good job. That's a slightly deep one, but I think you have you've done a good one there. So now what we'll do is that's how a bash script will look like, and we'll try to run this one. So go ahead, copy this whole thing, paste it into let's say vi docker install ubu, something like that. Create a file, copy paste the whole thing into that one. Okay, right and quit. Try running it. Good, run it.
Please run the script from the root only. Yeah. We need to do this.
Remember you're getting the error message from?
Yeah. This is not a pseudo verse. It is not allowing to become the pseudo root user.
So it should be able to. So have you tried just login as root?
Login.
Password for automation it's asking for. Okay, you can just say exit, or you can just say su. Should put you to root. So. It's still automation, right? Authentication failure. Exit.
Yeah, now we are in the root.
Editing the file.
Yeah. Maybe we need to create that file again.
So, what is the problem, Rahul?
That file is not here.
So what do you do?
We need to create. Can I create that file here in the home directory, or I need to go to
It's a simple solution. There is a simple solution, buddy. The hint is on the screen. As simple as that. Cool. List it, verify it, it's there.
That file is now it is.
Cool. Let's give it a moment. Are you following the logic, Rahul?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have, let's see, it says, if you notice in the last second or third line, you're observing Docker has been installed successfully, which means Docker is there. Okay.
Yes.
So type in systemctl status Docker, or before that, you just verify the, let's say, I'll give you here. There you go. Okay.
Exactly.
And there you go. It's active. It's running. And what is version? Somewhere it should be giving the version also here. Docker application. Socket task is 7, memory is 27. Okay. Just type in press enter or maybe Q to quit it. Okay. Just say Docker space -- version. So it's 22. You can also say Docker space -v. Docker space -v. Okay. Done. Okay, so there it is. So one more time, just type in, bring up the command systemctl status Docker. Run it. Run it, please. So if you notice, there is a line called active. Let's say we just want that one line, we don't want the other kind of output displayed here and things like that. What we'll do is we'll do a grep here, which means with this, come out, do a Q or something, come out, and now pipe it, say grep for, let's say, active. Here repeat grep, space active. And what is C? Okay, there you go. The active is there. Next, what we'll do, grep for active and pipe it again. Bring up the previous command. Pipe it again. Keep that. Keep active. And now the output of that you pipe again. Space. Put the pipe symbol. And space grep. Let's say we're doing a grep for running. You can make, okay. Enter. So it's doing the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. So now what we'll do, instead of using grep like that, let's use something called awk. So bring up the previous command. Instead of grep, type in awk. AWK. And let's say in single quotes, say active, run it. So nothing is coming up. So bring up the previous command, by the side of active, say active space within the single quotes, active space, then say print. Okay, enter. So it's giving us the syntax error, right?
Yes.
What we need to do is put the print in flower brackets. Put a flower bracket, a brace. Only the print, not the active.
Round bracket or square bracket? Square bracket.
Pardon me?
Which bracket? Round bracket, square bracket, or curly bracket?
Curly brace. At the end also. Cool. So still nothing is coming up, right?
Yes.
So what you do, where you have active, after the single quote, put a slash. Put a slash.
Here?
And at the end of active, also you put a slash, forward slash. So which means we are searching, no, one step, no. Yeah, there. Run it. Okay, catching it?
Yeah, just printing. So
Okay.
means this print, what is this print?
What is it, buddy? Print is printing, as simple as that. It is printing.
Okay.
Awk is searching and printing that line where the text that you're searching is active, is matching. In that line, the matching text of the pattern, and the pattern is getting printed.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's say we, if you notice here, active colon, active, and then we have running in brackets, right?
Yeah.
So bring up the previous command. And by the side of print space, let's try saying $0. Enter. So looks like it is printing the complete thing. Try saying $1. Okay, so what do you think it is doing?
Just printing only first column.
Good answer. Let's say I want to print only running. What do you do?
Put $3, I guess.
Try it.
Yeah, it is printing.
Cool. Now let's say we want to remove the brackets. I just want the word running. I don't want the brackets. Okay. What we can do, bring up the previous command. Now space pipette. Then space tr hyphen d.
D.
Hyphen d for door. Okay. Then space within double quotes. Put a left bracket there. I'm sorry, bracket here, normal bracket. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Hyphen d. And let's say tr space. What did you do? Oh, tr. You missed tr. Tr space.
Yeah.
So what is the problem?
Yeah, it is removing this only one bracket. We need to remove both.
Okay. Now, can you remove the right hand side bracket? Okay, you got both of them at one time. Okay, good one. I wanted to show you step by step, but TR is translate, transform. You can read it like that. Okay.
Okay.
But let's say there it is. And what did you do? You have directly given the bracket. Generally, they put it in a square bracket, and then they put whatever patterns you want, the left bracket and the things like that. Okay. Now let's say hyphen V.
Hyphen D.
Docker hyphen V.
Doctor hyphen D.
Okay. So I guess it's okay. What are we saying? Docker version. Okay, now from here, probably I'll continue tomorrow, but let me take you back to a little bit of Ansible, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Rahul, just prepare yourself one more time. Thank you, buddy. You can stop the share. Okay, thank you. Say, share my screen. I'll cover a little bit of Ansible here. Okay. Okay, guys, let's bring this up. Talk a little bit about this one more time. Ansible. Can you see my screen, guys? Everybody okay? Okay. And gentlemen, ladies, have you all been following Rahul and all the commands that we have been trying so far? Everybody with me? We'll do a few more scenarios in coming up days, but ideally the scripting is a combination of various kind of commands and commands in the form of a shell file and script file, guys. We'll see a few more scenarios, but let's see where and how Ansible comes to our rescue and things like that. This would be a very, very powerful tool, and let's see how it helps and so on. So let me bring up my screen here. Stop this one. Stop it. Sharing it again. Okay. Okay, guys, there is definition of Ansible. Let's see what we have here. Starting new topic, huh? Okay. Okay, buddy, just take a short 5-minute break, please. 53. Go ahead and break off, guys. I'll wait for you. Okay, guys, are you back? Can you give me a quick yes, please? Great. Thank you, Rahul. Sharing the screen. Okay, so let's get started with a little bit with Ansible and try to understand what we can do and things like that. It's a very powerful tool, yet at the same time, very simple. Simple tool is also what we can say. Short and sweet, very, very powerful and very simple, guys. Okay, so let's try to simplify this. Ansible is open source. Open source means it is free. It is automation. When we want to run our scripts on tens and tens and of servers, and we don't want to write code and things like that, that's where Ansible can really come to our rescue. Writing code and things like that is complex. So Ansible will take an alternative approach of not writing the code without writing much of code or very, very less code, more based on configurations we are able to achieve the automation. It's a tool. It's a tool or a platform, maybe you can also say it's a group of programs. And it is used for IT tasks most of the times for the provisioning of the computers, installing softwares and different kinds of components on different kinds of servers and things like that. That's where Ansible comes to rescue, especially in the environment of deployments, in deployment environments for configuration management. More precisely, the automation, we are able to manage it using the configurations rather than writing the code. Service orchestration and how we perform various kinds of set up the various kinds of environments and things like that will vary from environment to environment, and that is generally, that could be a small task or that could be a very, very big task. That is generally referred as orchestration. Provisioning is generally bringing up multiple servers and have them up and running with the right components, bridges, the drivers, the software and other components of the is referred as the provisioning, guys. Okay, it aims to provide large productivity gains. So short and sweet with less knowledge of code and things like that, we're able to achieve more and to a wide variety of automation challenges, especially for automation and things like that. Automation is will save a lot of time and a lot of repetitive tasks and things like that without writing the code, without much of complexity, guys. That is what is the greatness of Ansible. It is very simple to use, yet powerful. So as I said, it's very simple, yet very powerful. Very, very powerful, guys. There are a lot of things that we can do to automate the complex multi-tier IT application environments. And this will really be a lifesaver for many of the people. And a lot of opportunities in this area, guys. Okay. Everybody okay with this slide, guys? Quick yes, please. Rahul, can you give me a quick yes, please? Great. Thank you. Move to the next one. Thank you, Shisha. So back here. Okay. So a little bit about the configuration management. It is a process of maintaining the system, the servers and the software in a desired state. And a desired state is a state where you have everything up and running, working properly without any problems, issues and things like that. That is what is generally a desired state. Many times we want multiple environments, a production backup or development or a testing or a QA environment. All these environments have to be in a similar state so that the reproducibility of the problems can happen and we're able to take care of the issues and problems in different kinds of environments, guys. Okay, that's where the configuration management really comes to a rescue. So we're going to be configuring rather than writing the code, and we're going to be managing many servers and many other components of the network and so on. Configuration management manages the system performs as expected and manages the changes that are made over the time. So in other words, again, short and sweet, we are taking care of the state of the systems, the networks and many other components of our business, and so that they're all working as expected. If there are any problems, then we should be able to fix them, for which we need the right environment and things like that. That's where the configuration management comes to rescue. It tests whether the production environment is same as to the deployment to deploy as an application. In other words, generally we have a production environment, we have production backup, we have testing, development environment and things like that. So we want all the environments to be as close as possible to be production environment. So what do? Well, we can write the configuration files and try to set up that kind of environments, guys. Okay. It keeps and maintains operation information throughout the life cycle. So again, based on the different states of the data, the release cycles and things like that, we're able to set up the environments working and operational. That is really what it means, guys. Okay. Everybody okay with this slide, guys? Quick yes, please. Okay. Let's move to the next one. A little bit of theory here. Ansible can be defined as it automates the IT infrastructures like servers, networking, cloud, and all IT processes. Or in other words, it is used for automation of all those components. It is open source. It is free. It's an automation tool. It is used for software provisioning and configuration management. It is slightly more deeper detail. Configuration management has many tags attached to it, but at a slightly high level is what we are looking at. But we'll try to dig a little bit deep into the configuration management aspects of that, guys. Okay. It orchestrates advanced IT tasks such as continuous deployment and update rollout. We are here to talk a little bit about the continuous deployment. We'll try to understand what we mean by continuous monitoring, continuous deployment, continuous integration, all these terms. But that's where today Ansible is really coming to the rescue of many of the people who are not much into coding and things like that, and becoming a lifesaver for many of the departments in the businesses, guys. When we say we orchestrate, what we are doing is there are a group of tasks which need to be run based on their dependencies and things like that. Trying to understand how and when to run these tasks and things like that based on the dependencies is really referred as orchestration. Okay. And okay. So come here again, a few components, main components of the Ansible, and we'll try to understand and work with them. They are, it can be used in cloud. There are different users in a business, and this is the configuration management database. And different components of the Ansible involve inventory, modules, API, and plugins. Inventory is a group of servers that are being managed by Ansible. Modules is nothing but group of programs, group of scripts, packages, modules, and things like that we looked at in Python. Ansible is built in Python. And what we can do is we can reuse these things. And there are hundreds and hundreds of things which are made freely available, which is one of the main reasons Ansible has got so popular. And it's API driven. So in other words, the modules can be, modules and the other parts of the Ansible can be called with API. Such as REST-based architecture and things like that. We'll try to understand what that means, guys. Okay. Plugins, again, if you want some additional functionality or features to be added, we can also write plugins to Ansible in different kinds of languages and perform more tasks than what Ansible provides us, guys. Okay. Playbook is like a program or a script file where we run a group of Ansible commands inside. And what do we do? That is referred as orchestrating the playbook, guys. Okay. So again, a slightly advanced topic. We'll slowly talk about that. Host is generally referred as a, it could be a single node or multiple nodes. And we maintain a list of all those nodes. That is referred as the inventory. Then we have the networking. We can automate many of the tasks on networking using Ansible. That is what we'll try to learn as part of here, guys. Okay. So let's go a little bit deep into the architecture of the Ansible. It is push-based architecture. Push-based architecture configuration tool does not require any kind of agent, which means, imagine we have a server here, and we have a group of other servers here. And let's say you install, let's say for sake of simplicity, I'll put it like this, guys. Let's take Microsoft Word. Here is Microsoft Word. Let's say you install Microsoft Word in multiple Microsoft Word or Excel in multiple computers. And somehow you have written a program here. Let's say we have written a, let's choose this one here. We have written a program here. Now you want the program also to work in this node or computer. What do you need to do? Well, imagine you're running into a scenario where you need to install Microsoft Word here. If you want to run it on this one, you need to install Microsoft Word and you need to install it here. So what happens for every system you're taking license, it has its own headaches and things like that. But come to Ansible. Imagine using Ansible, we wrote a program here. Now what we can do is, without installing Ansible on any of the other servers, we can configure or write our Ansible scripts in such a way that it can push its commands to these servers, computers or nodes. And what is happening? We do not need Ansible involved or install. If we install on any one server or computer, we can write the scripts and it can push its scripts to the computers without really requiring it to be installed on other nodes or computers. That is what is called push-based architecture. It is agentless, means the scripts that we are running on the other servers or the nodes, they do not require Ansible, so it is referred as agentless architecture. It does not require any agent. Controller server pushes the configuration to the node machines. In other words, the controller, one of them will be referred as controller, the rest of them will be referred as the managed nodes, where the different kinds of scripts can be run or the commands can be run. These can be 1, 10, 100 or thousands of them. And how does the push happen? Well, you leave that to Ansible. Ansible is hiding the complexity of how you push that. There you go. Okay. Ansible works on push-based architecture and pushes the configuration to all the managed nodes. So again, that is the complexity that Ansible handles. You don't have to worry about how the push is working and things like that, guys. Okay. If you go one step ahead, here is a pull-based architecture. Let me move this one a little here. Take it this way. Back to pull-based architecture. Back here. There we go. And let's choose this one, choose this one. Scroll down here. Okay, so there is a pull-based architecture configuration tool. It uses a client or an agent. So this is like the scenario. The scenario that I have explained you is using Microsoft Word. It's just to give you an idea that where we are saying, hey, we need to install this software on all the servers so that maybe we can actually perform all those things. So in other words, that is an agent. It requires an agent. The agent of the client is required to install on every node. And it comes with its own budget, headaches, and other kinds of tags attached with that. So push-based is a slightly more advanced architecture in a way, and is one way to think of it, guys. Okay, the agent of the client does the following: it gets the configuration from the server at an interval, and it compares the configuration received from the server with the current configuration of the node machine. So this is slightly inner workings of the pull-based architecture. We don't really need to understand every aspect of it, but just giving you an idea. Takes required step to match in. Let me see what else I have there. Get rid of this one, put this here. Okay. It takes required step to match in case found any changes with the received configuration and node configuration. So Chef, and Puppet are good examples of pull-based architecture. In other words, Ansible, the competitor of Ansible is Chef and Puppet. They are based on the pull-based architecture. So in other words, all the nodes may require these softwares to be installed on all the servers of the nodes. So the more the software, more the maintenance, more the time, more the budget, and things like that are some of the things which generally go on, guys. Okay, so that's a rough idea about the push-based and the pull-based architecture. Everybody okay with this slide? Quick yes, please. Okay, so again, features of Ansible used in configuration management. In coming up days, we'll try to understand what is continuous integration, delivery, monitoring, and deployment. It can also be used for application deployment purposes, orchestration, security, cloud provisioning, and so on, guys. Okay, so those are things we'll try to learn. Advantages of Ansible: it is easy to set up, and that's what we'll try to do today. Easy remote execution, it will remotely execute. You don't worry, you just give it the right configurations and it will take care of the execution, how to do the push and things like that. It is suitable for environments designed to scale rapidly. In other words, today, almost all the environments are getting ready to make some rapid changes on a daily basis, on hourly basis, and things like that. So tools such as Ansible are becoming a must. They are the automation tools who are coming to their rescue, guys. Okay, and it can execute in sequential order, or I think we can also have it execute in a parallel way if it is really necessary. It supports both push and pull. So it can also, based on the requirement of the architectures that we are working on, it can be both push and pull, guys. Okay. High security with SSH. So in other words, secure socket shell. We'll try to understand there's a process of private key and a public key going on. It communicates with multiple servers without really requiring it to log in every time. The main server needs to work with the other servers. And again, that's at a slightly high level, guys. I'll take you slightly into those aspects in a bit. It is agentless, as I said. We do not need or require Ansible to be installed on every machine. Used in deployment, the communication is automatically taken care of by the Ansible. It is referred as master agent model. So in other words, one of the servers will be referred as a master. That is also referred as a controller node that will be pushing the required commands or the scripts or the playbooks to other kinds of servers, which are referred as the managed nodes, guys. Okay. Syntax and workflow is easy. And for new users, in other words, there's not a lot of code-based thinking. It is more of a configuration-based thinking is what it is. It is very powerful, guys. We can do some very, very big things with Ansible, and it is really a lifesaver for many of the organizations. Most importantly, a lot of things are freely available, and we will try to discuss and touch upon them in coming up days. Zero downtime. There is nothing we need to do to make sure it is up and running. As you need, you can run it and leave it there for running some complex multi-tier applications in a cloud world, guys. Okay. So a few advantages. Okay, we have already created the virtual machines. If you recall, I think yesterday Humera has created. No, Humera has already stopped them. So I've later created the 3 virtual machines on my account. We've seen that yesterday. If it is required, we'll go ahead and create them again. But a few terminologies, few terms we need to be familiar. One of the things is inventory. Ansible works with multiple hosts or managed nodes at a time. All these nodes or computers or servers are referred as managed nodes. They're being managed by a single server that is referred as a controller or the master in an Ansible world, guys. Okay. And a group of these servers is referred as inventory in Ansible. They are nothing but a group of servers. Ansible inventory is essentially a list or a list of hosts or managed nodes. And the default inventory is in the host file. We'll see that. We'll discuss that. The inventory file contains host groups and groups of groups. Again, this is going a little bit into syntax of the host file. Ansible uses this inventory file to execute the command on multiple hosts or group of hosts. In other words, we use Ansible to do the automation and a lot of tasks on multiple servers and computers so that we don't have to manually do them. That is referred as automation. We are automating many of the menial tasks, unproductive tasks and things like that to make our life much more simple and easy and more productive, guys. Okay. That's a little bit about inventory, but before I go into the static inventory and things like that, Rahul, back to you, buddy. Can you share your screen? Bring up the AWS. We'll try to play around a little bit.
Yes.
Thank you, buddy. Save this one. There's Ansible. And let's see what we have. Are you still connected? Okay, you're still connected here. So it looks like you're in the root now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the first step is already done. We are already root. Just type in Python space -- version. So Python is not installed. Type in Python 3. So we already have Python installed on this one. That is 3.8.10. Okay. So let's say, since Python is already installed, that is one of the requirements. But let's say, and we have connected to C1 here. Next, let's say we'll add a new user called ANSadmin. So do a user add ANSadmin. ANS is for Ansible admin. User add space ANSadmin. And we are logged in as root. Okay. Now, password. Yes, set the password. Just give the same name ANS admin to keep it simple. I may log into this and play around a little bit. So just keep ANS admin, buddy. And I think earlier you created automation, right? What was password?
Yes. Yes, the password was admin123.
Admin123. Okay. All small letters, like?
Yes.
Okay. So once we create ANS admin in Ubuntu, there's a small problem we faced when we were creating automation.
Yeah, we need to create that directory.
Good answer. First, verify it. Cool. Okay. Now,
Should I create?
verify it. List it. Problem?
This user and group.
Hmm.
Command was
Take care of it. You can do a history and a grep for CHO.
CH.
OW.
CH. Okay.
Good. Cool. Do something. Cool. Verify. Okay, buddy?
Yes.
Okay. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to connect to the two other managed nodes. So open another terminal, not from here. Open other two terminals. Maybe a couple of more git bash. Put them separately on the right-hand side. Start with one. Give it a different color. Let's give a blue background here. Pull it towards the right-hand side a little bit. And the font to 14 rather than 16. Set it to 14, bold it. Okay, see if you can change the color here to a blue background. So where do we have a color? Yeah, there you go. The one in the middle. Set it to that one. Click on OK. And give the text foreground. Okay. Let's click on apply. Let's see how it looks.
It is not changing. Background. Selected this.
Okay.
Text.
Give it maybe white. It's font, right? We're looking at the colors. We should go into the colors, right? Looks. Click on looks and go to the color foreground. Click on looks on the left hand side.
Looks okay.
And colors foreground on the top. Now here you give a white color. Apply it.
Yeah, 14.
Click on OK. Okay, now complete this step on, now go to AWS first. Go to AWS, check out the SSH connect, do an N1, go to N1 and do a connect. Copy that one. Good.
Yeah.
So let's see, what is the first thing you need to do?
Update and upgrade. So the APK.
So I would say the first thing you do is become a root. Okay, now add the user ANS admin.
Add okay. User adds. User.
So same username, same password. Okay, list it please. Good. List it. Fix it. Good. Now log into the second or the third server. Repeat the host steps one more time, please.
Yeah.
Think of any other color combination if you can. It's up to you. Good. 14 here also. $14 on board. Good. White and black, not a bad one. Good one there. Okay, pull it towards the right hand side. So we'll have the control of the master on the left hand side, and the two right hand sides will be our managed nodes. Okay.
Yeah.
So execute, please. Step by step. Good one.
Log into the advanced server.
Oops. What did you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do this. Yeah, that's it.
Good. So let me see. You have any segment? Okay, good one. Okay, so we have one controller node and two managed nodes for now. And let's see what else we have. Okay, back to the controller node, the one with the, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we have. It looks like we already have Python here. So what we'll do is, are you root? Yeah, you're root. So let's say, do a cat on .bash rc.
No such thing.
You should say tilde, cat of tilde / .bash rc. So tilde will be your home directory. You're in the home directory right now. Your root will be / root, I think.
Okay.
It's tilde / .bash rc. Cool. So that's a cat. So now do a vi space tilde / .bash rc. And scroll all the way down. And at the end, you can say escape I or A and enter a new line as the last line. Come to that, enter. And say alias space Python equals to Python 3. So every time we say Python, three. Two, three. Okay. Python 3, and you can write and quit. Say Python. Run it. No. Just say Python. It matter. So now say Python. So now say source space tilde / .bash rc. So this will refresh the bash rc. Your profile will be refreshed. Source. So you are seeing. You are CE. Okay.
Yeah.
Now type in Python. Cool. Speaking of 3, good. We have the latest version, latest and greatest. Do a Control D. Will come out of it. Okay. So now this is in controller node. We have added the Python. We will not add the Python right now in our next perform below in all the nodes. Okay. Looks like we need to edit the sudo file. Okay. So just type in vi sudo. No, vi sudo is one word, not separate. Okay. Okay. Now what I want you to do is go all the way down. So you have root all equals to all colon all. Are you almost at the end? Go scroll all the way down.
Yeah. I'm at 10.
Copy this one. Okay, I'm sending you something in. Add this one at the end of the file. Here we go. Copy this and paste it at the end of the file. Members of the admin group, follow members. And what you do is you say Control O. I think it's opening the nano editor. Say Control O, Control X,
Control X.
and then say Enter.
No, just not taking it.
Yes. One more time. Control O, Control X.
Control.
It help prepend. And okay, now say Control O. Say yes. Come. What you do? Cancel prepend. Again, Control O. Or how about Control X? Or can you tell what we are trying to do here now? We are installing ANS admin. We're trying to install Ansible into the controller server, Aniket. As simple as that. Before that, we are creating our admin user, Ansible admin user on all the 3 nodes. Stay with me. We're just getting started here. And are you able to do that? Are you able to get it, or you're not getting it? Did you do Control O?
So, nothing is happening.
Pardon me, I didn't hear you.
Nothing happening. I'm pressing Control O and Control X.
You're doing it, okay. Control X,
Control X.
not coming out.
No.
Just say Control G.
Control G.
Okay, so if you scroll down, let's say where was do a Q. Click on Q. Control Q. Search backwards. Control search backwards. No, just do a Q. Try to come out of that. Oh, let's say Control C. Cancel. Control X now. And the file name to write, okay. Enter. Okay.
Yeah.
Cat no, I don't think. Do the VI sudo one more time. Bring that up. And scroll all the way down. Make sure your changes are there. Okay, good one. Now again, Control X. Okay. So until now, guys, .vir bash rc file is a file which is related to our profile. We can set some of the environment variables and different kinds of variables there. So in bash rc file, we have set the Python equals to Python 3 because we want to run Python 3. Python 3 is latest and greatest. Anytime when Ansible is something built on Python, so it will use Python. So it needs to know where is Python, what is Python, and things like that. Just type in which Python, which space Python. Say where is Python, where is one word. Sudo file. Good one. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Let's see. So that's the location where Python is running from. We also have a 2.7 version here, but will be 2.7. I think will be internally used. So /etc/sudo. So that is for the administrators and things like that to say, hey, allow this user to run at a super user level is what that line is doing, guys. Okay. So now we have done the vi sudo, and I think we may need to repeat this one. Repeat this one in the other 2 nodes also.
In Bash, first we need to do in Bash RC, right?
What's up, buddy?
First we need to change that Python is equal to Python 3 in Bash RC, right?
No,
Or
no, not in. Hold on one second. I don't. Just type in Python there. Python 3. Looks like Python 3 is coming automatically. I didn't install this. I don't remember install. I'm surprised that Ubuntu is giving Python 3, but that's okay. That's not a bad idea. That's not a good one. Yeah, go ahead and set up your .bash RC and set up the Python. And make sure your login is root. Okay. And you can go to that.
what is that? What we have to write before this? I forgot.
Okay, let's see. What is it? Alias space Python equals to Python 3.
Yes.
Okay, and so we're setting up the Python here, and this is manage node 1. Source it, please. Source is where you're re-executing it, and it's going to reload all the shortcuts and things like that. Okay, good one. And what is it? Sudo? Then do the sudo, va sudo. Oh, unchanged. You need to just do a vi space /etc/ sudo, like how what's his name? The buddy is given here. What's your name, buddy?
Yeah, it is there.
Okay. Save it. Right quit. Read only. Exclamation. Right quit. Right. Oh, right and quit. Oh no. Redo it. If you just quit it, your things are.
I have already saved in using that VS video. So that's
Oh,
why
okay. Okay, then you're good. Repeat this steps again back in manage node 2.
okay.
Pull this window a little bit down so that we have an idea.
Just we need to do in Bash RC. So, source.
Oops.
Sorry, Bash RC. Yeah. We need to change.
Yeah. You can scroll down all the way down and then do it there.
Yeah.
Done?
One. It is not allowing me to save this one or
Exclamation.
write this one.
Right quit and exclamation.
Yeah.
Your
Execute.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah. Done.
This two was done. So now back to the controller. We'll establish what is called a passwordless authentication so that the nodes can communicate with each other, or mainly the master node can communicate with each other. So I'm going to go back to the controller node and open this file. This is HD config.
Which one?
I sent you in the chat window, buddy.
Okay.
Okay. Now say escape slash
Yeah.
and password with the capital P. Now that is turned to no, you need to go towards the right hand side, change the node to yes. Change the node to yes and write and quit. And let's say cat the file and grep for password authentication. Cat it and grep, verify, it's there. You see it? I think it's capital P. You may have to say, what is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
This one.
Password authentication set, yes, good. Okay, now here is the next one. We need to restart the service SSHD. Run this place. Chat window.
Yeah, done.
Okay, now repeat this one. So now what you need to do is you need to verify the files and directories. Let's say, come here. Control and it is already done. One moment. Take through. Key channel. Okay, so now, yeah, repeat these steps in your manage nodes also, to manage nodes.
Okay.
Hello, Naveen sir. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Ganesh this side.
Ganesh, yeah, tell me Ganesh.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know one doubt. Can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Actually, I want to know, sir, how to set UMask on a permanent basis. I
Oh.
know I know to set the UMask temporary basis using a UMask and value,
Okay.
but I don't know how to set a UMask on a permanent basis in Bash RC file. So can you please explain me?
Oh no, that's a tough question. I'll need to look into it and get back, buddy. I won't be able to answer it right now. I haven't really dealt with you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
We can get back to you. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No issue, sir. Thank you.
So
Yeah,
that's
done.
very good. So now go back to the controller node. Generate the key. Let's see. Just type in SSH hyphen keygen. And wait. Here, what you need to do is let's say we have restarted the service and we have entered the controller node, right? So say sudo su hyphen ans admin. Sudo su hyphen ans admin. Let me write this stuff down. Okay. Just make sure you're ans admin. Who am I? Good. Now type in SSH hyphen keygen. Enter. Enter the file image, enter. It's going to be public and enter. Enter. Cool. So now say ls-a. And let's say dot it, yeah. Say what you do, cd dot ssh lsltr. Okay, so if you notice, IDRSA will be your private key. ID dot pub will be the public key, and any computer in which the public key is there, we will be able to log into, or this server will be, this node, this controller, which is acting like a master, will be able to log into those servers without really asking for username and password. That is passwordless authentication. That is what we are trying to achieve. So this will be done only in the controller node where you generate the private key. The other nodes will now require public key. For that, what we'll do is we have done CD. Then we need to copy. Okay, now we need to copy. So go back to we are in the AWS. So get the private IP addresses of both of the managed nodes. They're probably there. Okay, you can get it from here. Manage. Yeah, get the private. Copy that one. And once you copy it, what you do is come back to the controller node. And we are in a segment, right? What you do, say SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID. SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID, one word. Hyphen copy hyphen ID. Space, and paste the private IP. Enter. And are you sure? Type in yes. And I think it's in the segment. Okay, now go to that particular terminal or the console. I think it is the blue color console, buddy. No. Wait, before you go do this, go to the blue color console. Now CD into your ANS admin. /ANS, okay. And ls-a. -a, buddy. Authorized keys, ls-a. So authorized keys is that one. That's the
I mean, this dot SSH.
No. Yeah, you are here. Authorized keys is a file. Is that one? I thought the pub file should be. Just say cat on authorized keys. So those look like key. SSH -RSA, and that's the key. That's a public key. Okay, we'll see. So now go back to the controller node and type in SSH space and give that IP address and the private IP we just, I think that is probably the private IP, but try again. Space, enter. Cool. So now just type in, so we need to make sure we are in that server. Just type in host name. Cool, we are in that one. Catch me, everybody?
Yes.
When we did an SSH and space, and when we did that, what's happening is it did not ask for username and password. We have directly
Right.
This is a proof that we have logged into the system from that system. Catching it?
Yes.
Just for sake of discipline, type in ifconfig. ifconfig. Oh, is it IP? Strange. Maybe you need to be in the bash shell. Try IP config. I thought it should work in the basic bound shell. Okay, just type in. No. Just type in bash. Go to the bash shell.
Bash.
We are in a segment, and we are now in 27. There you go. Just type in ifconfig again. Oh, NetTools. Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought that would be installed. Okay, never mind. Just exit it. Exit the bash, then exit the exit. Then again, you need to exit. So you're back in the now just type in bash. So now you're in 238. 238 is 8 is our C1. The one ending with 27 is our N1. Verify that.
Yeah, this.
Click on N1.
One is 20.
Now select the next one, N2.
This is 152.
Copy the private address. And now back to the controller. Let's copy that command again. SSH copy ID. Maybe space and the IP address. Cool. As well. Yes. Cool.
Yeah.
Now do an SSH into that IP address. Bash it. Our host is also fine. Within 152. Catching it, buddy?
Yes.
Good. So that so copy the pub. SSH keygen we have done. Controller node. Okay. So now we are getting into a little bit more. Okay. So for today, I'll stop it here. Guys, I think our time is up. We'll continue from here tomorrow, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul. And let's continue the journey from tomorrow, guys. Signing off for today. You guys take care. Stay safe and keep learning, guys.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.